Plan on flying? It's time to upgrade to a Real ID. Because in order to board domestic flights, your driver's license or state-issued ID must be a Real ID, or you'll need another acceptable form of identification. So don't wait. Find out how to get your Real ID at tsa.gov/RealID. That's tsa.gov/RealID. Or visit your local DMV. And then you'll be cleared for takeoff.
Looks like someone's been going deep on David Lynch.
Really deep.
Yeah. We've got a whole bunch of searches here. Everything from David Lynch movies to David Lynch, who is he?
Yeah.
Even David Lynch wife and David Lynch age.
Wow. Really dig in depth, huh?
It seems like you're trying to get a good sense of who he is, what he's all about, what he's known for, and maybe even dive into some of his work.
And I've got to say, that's a pretty fascinating rabbit hole to go down.
It really is. He's definitely not your average filmmaker.
No kidding. And one of the things that really jumps out at me is, alongside those searches for his films, you've also got David Lynch meditation.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It tells me you're not just interested in the what, you're interested in the how, too, right? Like, where does he get these incredibly unique ideas?
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, let's start with the basics. Who is David Lynch? I mean, we know he's a director.
Right.
But he's also, and this is kind of interesting, he's been practicing transcendental meditation for decades.
Yeah.
Now, for a lot of people, that might just be a way to chill out, relax.
Right, right.
But for Lynch, it seems to be something, well, a lot deeper,
Absolutely. I mean, he actually credits TM with fueling his whole creative process.
Wow.
It's like he's diving into this subconscious, that dream space,
Yeah.
pulling out these images and ideas that most of us wouldn't even know were there.
Yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense when you think about, the dreamlike quality of so many of his films.
Right.
Like Mulholland Drive, for example. I mean, that film is famous for blurring those lines between, like, reality and fantasy.
Exactly. And that blurring of lines, you'll see that again and again in his work.
Oh, yeah.
He's fascinated by duality.
Yeah.
The darkness hidden beneath the surface of, seemingly normal things.
Yeah.
The way our dreams can, reflect our deepest fears and desires.
Oh, that's deep. Speaking of confusing things, we've got to address the elephant in the room. You searched David Lynch death multiple times.
Oh, a lot of people have.
Like a lot itchy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you haven't missed some major news bulletin or anything.
Yeah.
He's still very much alive.
Very much so.
And working.
Yeah.
It's probably just, the internet getting its wires crossed.
Happens to the best of us.
Exactly. Okay, now that we've cleared that up, let's get to what you're really interested in. Twin Peaks.
Yes.
You searched for it a bunch of times, along with some of the actors.
Oh, yeah.
Like Kyle MacLachlan.
Match and Amick.
Yep. Clearly this show has captured your imagination.
Oh, it's got you hooked.
And for good reason. I mean, Twin Peaks is a landmark in television history.
Oh, yeah. It took this, the familiar tropes, right, of a small town mystery.
Right.
And injected them with surrealism, dark humor.
Yeah.
A touch of soap opera drama.
Yeah.
And the result was something completely original.
Totally.
Something that has influenced, countless shows since.
Oh, tons, yeah. And it's interesting, you searched for Twin Peaks, Firewalk with Me.
Oh, yeah.
Because that film is like a deep dive into the show's darkest corners.
Oh, yeah. That one goes to some strange places.
It does.
But then again, that's Lynch for you, right?
That is Lynch.
He's not afraid to challenge his audience.
Yeah.
To make them a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little bit. And you've also searched for Blee Velvet, Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead, Lost Highway. I mean, the list goes on.
It does. And that's the beauty of Lynch's work, right?
Yeah.
Each film is like a journey into a different facet of his imagination.
Right.
Eraserhead, for example. Now, that was his first feature film.
Oh, wow.
And it's a real trip, man.
Yeah.
Black and white, incredibly surreal, and deals with some pretty heavy themes.
Like what?
Like anxiety, fatherhood.
Wow. That's heavy.
Like,
heavy stuff. Then you've got something like The Elephant Man, which, while still visually striking, is a much more, I'd say, tender story based on a true story.
Oh, wow.
It was even nominated for 8 Oscars.
Wow. So he's known for the dark and surreal.
Yeah.
And he can also create films of, like, surprising beauty and emotion.
Absolutely. And that's why I find him so fascinating. He's constantly pushing those boundaries.
Yeah.
Experimenting with different genres, different tones, but always with his unique vision.
Yeah.
You always know you're watching a David Lynch film.
Yeah. So it's clear you're fascinated by David Lynch.
Look.
And I can see why.
Yeah.
This deep dive, though, it's just scratched the surface.
Oh, yeah. Just a taste.
There are so many films to discover, so many layers to unravel.
Absolutely.
Pick a title that intrigues you, and jump in.
Go for it.
You might be surprised by what you find. You really might. And as you watch, think about this. Lynch uses transcendental meditation to tap into his subconscious.
Right.
What creative potential might you unlock if you explored your own inner world?
Good question.
Right.
Well, on that note, that's our deep dive on David Lynch.
Right.
See you next time.
See ya.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.